Hey guys, it's Jess and welcome to another What Sold on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari video. For those of you who don't know me and are new to my channel, I am Jess. I am a part-time reseller on all three platforms and I have now joined Depop, so hopefully soon I will have some Depop sales for you guys. So I just grabbed a few sales from each platform that were high dollar amounts or just have a fun story behind them. So we'll start out with Mercari, and my first Mercari sale that I want to share is a Lily Pulitzer dress. It's super pretty, like all Lily Pulitzer dresses are. I love selling Lily. It's one of my favorite brands to pick up. I don't find it too often, but when I do, I tend to find it pretty cheap and sell it for a decent amount. So this I picked up a couple of weeks ago when I was on my way to my hometown. I paid $6 for it at a Goodwill and I ended up selling it for $30. Next up on Mercari is a Pure J. Jill shirt, and it was kind of different because it had a pocket on one side on the shirt, but it was on the front. So whatever, to each their own. I again do well with J. Jill, and Pure J. Jill seems to be the same. So I sold this within like 5 days. I bought it with my mom at a consignment store that's called Uptown Cheapskate. It's kind of like Plato's Closet. They only take items that are 2 years old or younger. So they are pretty picky about what they take. I just sold a big item. So that was my face whenever I sell something that's $200, and it's a dress. So I'm excited to share that one in a couple of weeks. It was on their 75% sale. This one I bought for $2.50. It was 75% off their sale price.
Hi.
So I bought this for $2.50 on their 75% off tag day, and it sold for $28. And the last and final thing that sold on Mercari, and by the way, these all sold on Saturday, which is really weird because it's the next Saturday and nothing has sold. So the last thing that sold on Mercari was this Burberry bag, and I debated listing it because it was in horrible condition, like rancid. It didn't smell rancid. It was just, there were stains galore, but the leather was in really good condition, so I guess that means something. Anyways, I got this in the luxury thread-up box, and it was a DIY, obviously. I listed it at like $67, knowing that I'll probably get around $30. But this lady came in and offered me $54, so I gladly took it and was super excited to get it out. Apparently, she gave me 4 stars, which I'm very particular about getting perfect amount of stars, which is 5. So it's not that bad. But what she said could improve is my packaging and my shipping time. But then she wrote, fast shipper. That makes sense. Either way, they released the payment. I had to rate her. I have a question for you guys on Mercari. Is there a way to see how the buyer rated you before you can rate them? I couldn't figure it out, and I just wanted to know because I knew this bag was in horrible shape and I didn't know if she read the description. So I wanted to see what she said about me before I wrote perfect stuff about her. So let me know in the comments down below if you know. I'm still new. Okay, let's hop on over to eBay. So the first thing that I want to share that sold on eBay is this lingerie. It was by the brand Movie Star. I believe it's vintage. It was in my mother-in-law's closet. It was owned by my husband's grandma, so I'm pretty sure it was vintage. But it was this robe and then the nightgown underneath, so it was a set of 2. I got this for free. My mother-in-law just said, here, take all of this vintage lingerie. Anyway, so I paid $0 for this, and I ended up selling it for $21.99. The next thing that sold was kind of different because it was a Calvin Klein dress, which I do really well with Calvin Klein on Poshmark. This was different because it was like a huge cowl neck and it had long sleeves, so I would have expected it to sell during the winter. I still have things listed that are winter items, why not? I bought this at a local Goodwill for $1.25. It was 75% off, and I sold it on offers to watchers for $24.99. The next item I want to share were some huge old Adidas pastel colored size 17 shoes. I mean, these were like monsters. I bought these like maybe a month before Easter thinking pastel colors, this is great for Easter, somebody's gonna love these. Apparently not a lot of people wear size 17, so there's that. So Easter came and went. As you guys can tell, it's not Easter. I found these retail arbitrage for $12. They were a little bit dirty, so I did mention that. And these sold on offers to watchers for $59.99. The next item I want to share is a Ralph Lauren collared sweater. And it was just a solid color. There wasn't anything really special about this. It was an XL and it was in women's. So I found this at a garage sale last weekend actually. And side note, don't take children to garage sales. I took my daughter and it's really hard to watch her and shop at the same time. So this garage sale didn't have prices, which I don't really like when people don't put prices on stuff. But then they had a heart-wrenching story about all of the money that they raised from this garage sale will go to their friend's child who has brain cancer. Like, yes, I totally feel bad for them. And then you can't just give $1. So I ended up giving her $10 for a Torrid shirt and this Ralph Lauren shirt, and then something my daughter had picked out. I think it was like a Little Mermaid. So I probably paid about $5 for this shirt, but I ended up selling it for $27.77. And the next thing I want to share that sold on eBay are these Nike shorts that I got at a bag sale. I'm gonna release that video next, so it hasn't even come out yet. At this bag sale, I ended up paying 50 cents per piece, so for all 4 of these shorts, I paid $2. Side note, Nike does not sell that great, but if you can find more than one piece in the same size, I would totally get it. So yes, I paid $2 total for all 4 of these, and I ended up selling it within hours for $24.99. Okay, moving right along to Poshmark. So staying with the theme of the bag sale is I bought these 2 Lady Hagen shirts at the bag sale. I will link that one up above. I went a couple weeks ago and these had just sold. And again, I paid 50 cents per piece, so I'm $1 in. And I did not know about this brand. It's not a well-selling brand, but if you can find 2 or 3 pieces that have the same size, again, why not? So yes, there was 1 blue shirt and 1 pink shirt, and it sold for $20. The next thing I want to share is actually a bundle of 2 pairs of shoes. They are Johnston & Murphy / J. Murphy. I actually got these in a bag on my porch from one of my neighbors. I had sent out a message on the Nextdoor app asking for donations. This trash bag was just full of Johnston & Murphy, J. Murphy shoes. I looked them up. They weren't going for much, but I still wanted to list them. So these 2 pairs of shoes sold for a total of $45. I got them for free, so I paid $0 again. And the next item I want to share is a pair of Ugg boots that actually came in the next bag of free stuff. So I'm surprised I got a free pair of Ugg boots, and they were in great condition. So again, I paid $0 for these, and I sold them for full price of $39. I have a whole video about all my free stuff and how much I've made, where I break down numbers and brands and certain items that sell, and I will link that up above. The next item I want to share that sold on Poshmark is this long chomp bag, which I know everybody gets in their designer DIY box, so I was not really thinking I was gonna sell this. It was in bad shape as well, just like the Burberry bag, but I decided to list it after I cleaned it, and I did do a video on cleaning long chomp bags, and I will link that up above. But with this designer box, I end up paying about $12 per piece, and I sold it for $34, and the buyer left me great feedback. And the last and final thing that I want to share that sold on Poshmark was this pair of Dansko sandals. I bought these at a Goodwill in my hometown where I actually met up with Becky Park. I will link that video up above if you guys want to watch that. Anyways, I paid $5 at a Goodwill and I ended up selling these for $39. And funny enough, on eBay, these were selling from $20 to $25, so I was just a little like, meh, these aren't gonna sell for much. But I did cross-list them using List Perfectly, and I will link my List Perfectly video up above. And I have a code if you want to try out List Perfectly for 3 days and get 30% off your first month. It will be down below. So those are a few of my items that I ended up selling in the last couple of weeks. Were you guys surprised by anything? Did you guys enjoy my stories? If you did, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps out my channel. I appreciate you guys being here. Please send me comments down below. I love to chat with all of you. And thanks and have a great day. Bye.